Thank you for participating in this year's Out of the Darkness community event and walk. In any other year, we would be gathered together in person. As precautions related to the current pandemic are being taken, there was some discussion about canceling these types of events. But in Lassen County, we are community strong, and we refuse to let anything keep us from uniting to support our communities and the wonderful people within our communities. So we, with ingenuity and the use of modern technology, we gather in new and in diverse ways, but with the same united purpose. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your loving support for this cause and for the individuals within our communities who have been and continue to be affected by suicide. In the last 40 years, suicide has increased in America by nearly 130%. More than 40,000 people die by suicide each year, making suicide the 10th leading cause of death in our country. Research indicates that today, 100 people will die by suicide, with estimates suggesting that every 13 minutes, one person dies by suicide. For the young people of our communities, our understanding of suicide is even more sobering. For youth and young adults between the age of 10 and 24, suicide is the second leading cause of death. And across the country today, more than 5,000 young people will make a suicide attempt. And those are just the ones that are reported. These numbers are 2 times as likely for the LGBTQ+ population. A study by the Center for Disease Control found that for every 1 youth suicide, there are at least 25 suicide attempts. And most of those who made a suicide attempt were not seeing a professional for treatment, meaning that most of our youth with suicidal thoughts and plans will be noticed by our community members first. These are the youth and young adults who attend our middle schools, our high schools, and our community college. I focus my attention on school-aged youth, and there are some who would like to believe that we're safe here, and that suicide is something that only happens somewhere else. But we know that suicide does not discriminate. Suicide makes no exceptions for age, gender, or socioeconomic status. Suicide crosses all demographics and all geographical areas. Our beautiful Lassen County and its wonderful rural communities are no stranger to the rippling impact of suicide. We, too, have been and continue to be impacted by the intimate reality of suicide. If we were gathered together in person as we have been in the past, we would be able to look around and identify how many of us have been impacted by the suicide of someone close to us. In some simple way, a person who dies by suicide is like a pebble dropped into a pond, creating a powerful and immediate ripple, which continues to expand and increase into more and larger ripples until it fills the whole pond. In our communities, the loss of a life by suicide surely impacts the lives of those who knew and loved them most. But such a loss also has a rippling effect that impacts others in the community at large. So today, we gather as a community. The most simple definition of community is a group of people living in a particular geographical area or place. But we know that community is so much more. Community is what binds us together. Community happens when independent people grow together, united by commonalities, into an integrated whole, where, despite a variety of important differences, there is a feeling of belonging, fellowship, and unity. Community is what we become because of our common care for and of one another. Here in our community, we are not simply a population of separate individuals. We are a caring collective. We are Beaver and New Beaver. We are Ravendale and Madeline and Termo. We are Litchfield and Standish. We are Susanville and Johnstonville. We are Janesville and Milford. We are Hurlong and Doyle and Wendell. We are Westwood. We are Lassen. And we are community. We are united. And today, we unite to bring light to the darkness, to bring light to the reality and impact of suicide in our communities. We unite to bring the light, hope, and support to those affected by suicide and those who are contemplating suicide. In our communities, we want to dispel darkness, lighten burdens, and light paths to support and wellness. Today, we have not gathered in person, as we normally would have, but we have gathered and united in purpose, not just for one day, but as a symbol of our everyday commitment to help prevent suicide and to provide personal, family, and community support every single day. We unite across our communities to provide each day support. We unite to support individuals who live day to day with thoughts of suicide. We unite to support the people who have lost loved ones. And we unite to support the people who are caring for those still living. Today, we are spread all across the county, but we walk as a united whole and as a symbol of our commitment. A commitment to walk together on the long and challenging road of suicide prevention, and as a symbol of our willingness to continue that walk tomorrow and the next day, and as long as it takes. We walk in the light to bring awareness and advocacy, and so that our community members know that we are here, we are willing to walk beside them, and that we seek to provide unified support. For those of you who have lost a loved one to suicide, we recognize your loss and seek to offer caring support. Today, we walk with you. To those who know and care for someone who is contemplating suicide, we seek to offer our caring and sustaining support. Today, we walk with you. To you who are contemplating suicide, who believe that there is no other way, we ask that you stay, but we do not ask that you stay alone. Let us walk together, and let us continue walking together as long as it takes. As surely as the sun will rise each morning to chase away night's darkness, let us continue and commit to one another to walk together out of the darkness and to do it together. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your care. Thank you for your support. Thank you.